Not a week goes by when we here at News 4 don't get an email or a phone call from a concerned or angry Oklahoman about their utility bill.
We've widely reported how Winter Storm 2021 added to your bill, and for some, an extra $20 to $30 a month. 2 years ago at this time, we experienced some of the coldest temperatures Oklahoma has ever seen.
News 4's Adria Goins takes a deeper dive into how we got to this point and why you, Oklahomans, will be paying for that winter storm for the next 2 decades.
When the winter storm of 2021 hit Oklahoma, crisis came with it. Lawmakers and utility companies scrambled to keep the lights on and the heat up. Prices for utilities, especially natural gas, soared to record numbers as companies purchased more gas to keep up with demand.
Brandy Reith was the director of the Oklahoma Public Utilities Division at the time.
We were really dealing with the life-saving aspect, making sure gas was where it needed to be, making sure things were flowing.
It's the Public Utility Division's job, clearly written on its website, to ensure safe and reliable utility service at fair, just, and responsible rates. The storm created a huge challenge.
We have nothing to do with the gas market other than the horrible task of figuring out how that gets paid for at the end.
Lawmakers at the same time realized another type of storm was brewing financially. They were presented with an idea to keep those utility costs low. Securitization. Securitization is when you turn debt, like a loan, into marketable securities that can be sold quickly. Bonds were purchased as part of the agreement. Representative Logan Phillips was in office when the storm hit.
We had meetings out the wazoo about the securitization. No, none of us had really heard of it. We formed a committee that was headed by a single representative that was working closely with the utility and the energy companies. And they collected the information presented to us, and then we voted on it.
He voted for securitization.
Did you, at the time when that process was going on, know that this could potentially be a bill or a fee that they would have to pay for 20 plus years?
No. We talked about that it was going to be like a few dollars a month extra for the next 10 years for most people. You know, that $6 to $10 thing. This massive exponential increase that we're seeing across the board was unthinkable.
That's because Oklahomans will shell out more than $2 billion for 28 years for 2 weeks of weather. Now, no longer in office, and seeing how the legislation has affected every Oklahoman, Phillips wishes he'd voted differently.
It came down to it that if this wasn't happened, if we didn't do these steps, that Oklahoma would suffer and our people would suffer. Now, looking back on it, our people are still suffering.
Phillips says lawmakers were given information from regulators and state agencies to show how high utility bills would climb without securitization. Through an open records request, News 4 obtained emails revealing correspondence with Reith and other members in his office and Oklahoma Natural Gas, information that would eventually be presented to the legislature. In those emails, some marked confidential, it was suggested ONG create a mock bill to really paint the picture. Another email suggesting they use a winter level of usage to really drive it home.
Why use a mock bill to present to legislators about how much this would cost?
Because we don't have legal access to their billing system, so we can't make a real bill. We can't go into the utility and make one. So we use a mock bill. Just means we're going to run one based on all the calculations that go into a bill to provide an illustrative of what things would be.
And what are your thoughts about them giving you a mock bill and not actual real amounts?
That is horrendous. If you provide us theoretical or estimates or just made up numbers to better your case, it's at worst unethical, immoral, or should be criminal. We would make different decisions if we would have saw what the actual bills looked like versus what they decided to show us.
On top of that, prices for bonds used to pay for those winter costs went up, while the case was tied up at the Oklahoma Supreme Court, costing utility customers even more.
I filed the lawsuit.
Former lawmaker Mike Reynolds says he took the legislation to the Supreme Court because he felt it was rushed and what he called unconstitutional.
The legislation prevented an investigation into the price gouging.
I wish I could call it price gouging because I think it's gross. but that's how the market works.
Reith says the trading market is to blame for the sky-high price this is costing Oklahomans.
So a lot of people essentially made a lot of money off of this natural disaster.
Yeah, billions of dollars on the backs of people wanting to stay alive.
Oklahoma Corporation Commissioner Bob Anthony has been the lone commissioner to speak out about the cost of securitization.
I think people probably have a reason to ask for more transparency.
Claiming the numbers don't add up, requesting documents and details, and filing an independent review.
Let's just put the focus back where it needs to be. Over 200 dead in Texas, Oklahoma didn't have that. Hundreds of billions in property damage, Oklahoma didn't have that. And it's like we're being punished because everybody kept the lights on and everybody kept the gas burning.
In Oklahoma City, Adria Goins, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, Adria, thank you. Now, we reached out to Oklahoma Natural Gas for an interview, but they declined our request.
Oklahoma Attorney General Gettner Drummond has the authority to investigate the process leading up to Securitization Act. However, he recently said he likely would not go that route.
And today, the Corporation Commission approved a measure to hire an outside expert to examine the unsecuritized 2021 fuel cost recovery charges for ONG, OG&E, and PSO of Oklahoma.